Today we are at Vista Way Childcare, Kindergarten, sorry, in Wyndham Vale. It's well after hours, it's getting on to 3 o'clock, and on a Friday waited until all the kids were gone before arriving, so that way there was no danger to anyone danger of having kids running around and possibly getting stung. There's a hive in the wall, so the walls actually seems to be quite thin, and it's giving quite a big heat signature on the inside across the whole wall. And I know the hive's not that long, so old, because I've been here about 18 months or so ago, so it can't be that big unless it was a really huge swarm. We'll pull some bricks out and get a feel of what we're actually dealing with. Here we go, we've pulled out 2 bricks, and obviously you can see the bottom of the hive. There we go, so it clearly goes up. Alright, now it's a matter of pulling bricks out up the hive. Okay, literally the hardest part of this whole cutout is done, and that is pulling the mortar out between bricks so that we can get the bricks out. I believe I've encompassed the whole hive. Fingers crossed I haven't miscalculated. It's never fun pulling bricks out, it's a lot of work. And there we go. The hive's mostly exposed. I should be able to do what I need to do with what I've got out. In an ideal world I would have taken those 3 bricks out as well, but I just didn't want to get too close to the window. Anyway, so now it's a matter of cutting the comb, catching the queen. Okay, because we're doing this late, we're getting all the foragers come back, and there's just too many bees to work effectively. So I've started the bee vac, and I'll vac up the bees. As you can see, it's a very gentle suction so that we don't squish any bees in the process. I'll unite the comb and the babies with the rest of the hive back at quarantine, unless this takes too long, at which point I'll drop the hive, the comb on this box. It will mean some bees will get out, but then I'll just back them up. But yeah, we'll play this one by ear. I ended up having to take the bricks out near the window, not because I needed access, but because there were no brick ties, and so the wall was unstable, so I needed to take the bricks out just to stabilise the wall. Anyway, it is what it is. I've been bee vacking for a while, got quite a few bees in the bee vac. I'll start cutting some of this comb that's got less bees on it now and working my way across. As we remove more and more comb and bee vac more bees, so we can actually see the comb that's left over, the story of this hive sort of comes alive. We can see that at some point there was another hive in here and it melted and was abandoned, hence why a hive that hasn't been here overly long has built up very fast. They've built up off an old existing hive. I haven't seen any powder or anything, so I don't believe the old hive was poisoned, but something happened and it did melt. And then 12 to 18 months ago this set of bees moved in and built up off the old work. There was comb here as well, fresh comb. We pulled that all out, and now we're just chasing the queen. We're just hoping that she hasn't run up into the roof area. We've got a lot of bees hanging around in that corner, but we'll deal with that should it arise. Because this hive's building off the work of a previous hive, you get that unique thing that not only is it all twisty and turny, but you end up with white sheets of comb, or just off colour sheets of comb, between layers of brown and black comb, because when the previous hive melted, it twisted that and made enough room for the bees to make comb in between. So it's every hive you open is quite unique and quite interesting. We've just nabbed the queen. See her very clearly just there. There we go. Awesome. I'll leave her there. I'll finish cutting the brood out and then I'll frame up what I've got down there, drop it with the queen in the box, and then we're almost done. It's started to rain, but it's coming in a way that down there at least isn't getting wet. But anyway, let's get it finished before it gets wetter. So this is the hard bit. I need to get this box on there, and those boxes are obviously full of bees. So I'll set this up so possibly you can see what I've got to do. Okay, anyone would think I've done that before. Okie dokes. The cavity's empty. Don't see any bees running around, which is a good sign. They didn't have any rags for me and old clothing, so I had some with me that a friend gave me when I was in Tagati the other day, so I've used them, but they'll need someone to put old clothing or insulation or something into the cavity to stop another hive moving into this location, given it's the second hive that's been here. Anyway, it looks like we're all done. I'll just plug up the bee vac, strap it up and lift the lid. Okie dokies. So the bees will slowly work their way up to come up, join the queen. It's all good there, so we're all done. In transit I'll put a lid half on just in case it rains so the queen doesn't get wet, but yay.